I actually I got all the way through the police officer's trial. I don't know. Like they make you do like when you get there, they make you do a written test first to make sure you're not fucking insane and not a drooling fucking idiot. And so I passed that obviously. And then they did a physical exam just to make sure that, okay, yes, you may be smart, but you also need to be fucking fit. And so like I did that too. Like they made you go through an obstacle course. They made you run like a quick mile. They made you also, I guess, hold a gun too and make sure you could fire it, like actually pull the trigger. So I did all that and I passed that. I think there was something else. Oh yeah, they made you drag also a fucking 160-pound body, maybe a 50-pound body, like over a short distance. So they had to make sure you had enough strength to actually lift the fucking body. So that was fun. So I did all that, and then finally they went through an interview. So I did the interview, and they're like, "Okay, we like you, but we're gonna make you a police SSC officer." I can't remember what it was. It was like basically a police officer, but it's in like a more secure area because I was so young at the time. So I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And that's fine. So then they made me do a psychological test afterwards where it was like, it was clear that they wanted to get all the biases out of you. Like they wanted to like go, okay, how do you feel about black people? It's like black people are, and you had to fill in the blank. Mexicans are, and you had to fill in the blank. Indians are, you had to fill in the blank. Like, I was like, okay. Like, I legit remember that. I was like, oh, all right.
Yikes.
Those were legit things in there. And then, like, I sat down with a psychologist at the end of it, and she looked at me, and the first question literally out of her mouth is like, okay, so how often do you masturbate?
What?
I was like, oh, all right, we're starting strong. All right. So like I answered her and she was like, okay, do you do that at work? I was like, whoa, okay. Holy shit. We're going hard. It's like, obviously not. She was kind of crazy, man. I was asking some fucking crazy shit, man. I just remember this kind of stuff. It was quite the experience. And then I got back, and about maybe a month later, after I was studying, because you have to study a bunch of cop codes. You have to memorize all the different cop codes, which I was also studying Japanese at the time too. So that was fun. So I was like memorizing katakana and other things like that. But anyway, yeah, I did that, memorized the cop codes. I had to like know other laws and other things. I can't remember. There's like some other shit that they just bullshit that I need to memorize apparently. And then finally I got a call. It's like, oh, by the way, it's like a week before I actually had to go in and actually train where I was going to get the job. They're like, you didn't pass. You didn't pass the psych exam. I'm sorry. You're a good kid. So if you want to try again, I was like, nah, fam, if I don't pass the psych exam, I'm not really changing that much. So it's just, I guess I just can't be a police officer. So I was like, all right, well, that's that then. Which is probably a good thing because being a YouTuber, I'm probably way better off. And Alternate Noble was in the army before he was a YouTuber. So if you want to know how good I was in shape, I was very much in shape for a cop exam. Yeah, I was probably way too, I wasn't like an asshole, which I think you actually do need to be a police officer. You kind of do need to be an asshole because you have to give that, you have to be an asshole. It's just how it has to be. You can't be too lax about things. You know? You have to be intimidating and be an asshole. And I don't think I had the qualifications for that, which is fair. I couldn't be too mad about that. Mm-hmm.
But why would they need to know how much you masturbate?
They just want to see like how horny you are. Make sure it doesn't get in the way of your work. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of fucking weird. It was really weird. They just come at me with that. All like, sure, okay. That was an interesting story. I can see like a nice guy. This is weird. This is really, really weird. Whatever, man. It was really funny when the police officer pulled up a profile page that I had at the time and was like, is this you? and it was one of my like social media pages, and it had like anime shit on it, and he was like, "You like anime, huh?" I was like, "Wow, dude, yeah, I do." Like, it's interesting. It was Haruhi Suzumiya that was over it, so I was like, it was cool, you know. I liked Haruhi Suzumiya. That was a good anime. I was into Haruhi Suzumiya at the time. I think it's to see how much you decompress and release stress. Yeah, probably, I guess. It's like, because I didn't drink or do drugs, so that was also another thing. I was like, yeah, I don't do that shit. And they're like, really? I was like, yeah. I'm like, all right. Like, hey. Officer Noble being a thing now. Yeah. That's what it means by I don't do drugs. Yeah, I don't smoke either. Yes, when I say I don't do drugs, it means I don't smoke. I don't vape like Nags does. All right. What part did I fail? It was the psych test. I don't exactly know. They didn't disclose the information, what they actually thought about me. They just said I didn't pass, whatever the qualifications were. I don't fucking know what it was. I don't fucking know what it was. Nags is cringe. He's a little cringe when he smokes that vape. Not gonna lie. He's a little bit cringe when he does that. Love the man, but he's cringe.